Launchpad, happy Wellness Wednesday. It's Rosie from Foodshare here. Today we're gonna make a great snack that's an awesome snack to have while you're maybe doing some schoolwork or even at nighttime while you're relaxing watching a movie. We're gonna show you how to make easy popcorn on the stove using just kernels and some oil. This is way better than buying bags of popcorn because A, it's cheaper, you save money, B, way less packaging that you're using. And it's actually just a fresher, better tasting popcorn. You can control what salt and what toppings you're putting into it. So let's get started. So you can use any kind of oil to pop your popcorn. I'm using coconut oil just because it's what I have. You want to leave the heat on the right temperature depending on what you're using. So coconut oil needs a bit lower of a temperature, so I'm not going to turn it up too high. While your oil is heating, you're gonna put in one kernel. This is gonna be your test kernel. This is gonna show you when the oil is ready. I'm gonna put the lid back on and let the oil melt and wait for that one kernel to pop. So corn is really amazing. Popcorn is just a kernel from a corn. It is native to North America and has been grown here for thousands. Woo! There we go. So there's our first kernel. We're gonna take it off. So corn has been grown here for thousands of years. It's traditionally grown in kind of a companion planting way that's called the Three Sisters. So corn, beans, and squash grown together. They all take different things from the soil and they kind of work together. So it's kind of a beautiful little tidbit. But back to the popcorn. Next, we're gonna add in our kernels. We take it off the heat to avoid any burning. Now we know that this oil is ready. I'm gonna add in about half a cup of kernels, depending on how much you want. Remember that they're gonna get a lot bigger, so you don't wanna put too many in off the bat or else you might get some overflow. So while it's off the heat, I'm going to stir it up, make sure it's nice and coated. I'm going to then return it to the heat and put the lid on. I'm going to keep kind of moving it around and shaking until I see the kernels start to pop again. Okay, so our corn has begun to pop. What you can do is vent the lid a tiny bit just to let it a little bit of steam. It'll help your kernels be a bit crunchier, I guess, but be very careful because as you can see, the kernels are like flying, so you could actually kind of explode all over your kitchen. So maybe make sure that you're doing this with an adult nearby. And you also want to keep shaking and returning to the heat. If you smell any burning, stop, or when you stop hearing the kernels pop, that's when it's time to stop too. You're always better to start a little bit early and remove it and then go back to the heat if there's still some kernels left. Okay, so my corn the popping really slowed down, so I'm taking it off the heat. I didn't make a whole lot. If your corn does hit the popcorn hits the top, you can stop, take some out and start over again. But what we have is quick, nice, fresh popcorn. You can add anything to your popcorn. My favorite right now is maple syrup and salt. It might sound a little bit weird, but it's really, really tasty. So I put on about 2 tablespoons of maple syrup first. No matter what you're topping your popcorn with, you want a little bit of liquid. It can be olive oil, butter, chocolate, and you want to mix it up. Let the popcorn get coated in that first, and then add on your salt or other seasoning. You can do sweet or savory. There's a lot of different ideas. We're adding a couple links of some more intensive popcorns that you can make if you have some more time. And then I'm also going to put on a healthy amount of salt because I made this myself. There's no salt in it already, so it's okay to have a good amount of salt on your popcorn there. Mix it all up. All right, I'm gonna test it out. Delicious. We hope you enjoy. Let us know if you make some popcorn at home and if you think of any cool new flavor combinations. Have a good week.